Well, spawning over here in the bottom right, and then he spontaneously disappears and reappears somewhere else. It could happen. It could actually happen.
On a two-spawn position map, that could be pretty dangerous, I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Someone's going to end up in midair.
Yep. Hey, we have no Terrans in this game. Don't worry about it. Alright, guys, spawning in the top left position of Akalon Waste as the... I almost said yellow. As the red Protoss player representing...
What's wrong with us?
It is none other than DreaM. And spawning in the bottom right location, his opponent. He plays for O Gaming, a former teammate of DreaM, and he's currently 1-0 up in this best of 3. He is one game away from taking overall victory in this qualifier. He is JonnyREcco. And these guys, Maddles, for those of you who are just tuning in, why don't you let us know, Maddles, what they are playing for and how they're getting there?
Well, they are playing for points, because that's how these 6 Open Cup work. Basically, you don't win something by winning, if that makes sense. It's consistency that counts. You've got to place highly over these 6 cups to win points. First place in one of the cups gets you 250 points, second 150, third, fourth 100, all the way down to 16th, where you get 25. Now, at the end of the 6 cups, we add up all the points. Put simply, the first to third place with the most points get a BYOC ticket in order to come to the finals at Insomnia 49 and a Gamecom 780 headset.
Which are amazing, by the way.
They're awesome. Fourth to 8th place, they also get a ticket to come and play at the Grand Finals. And as well, a Gamecom 380 headset. Very cool times, very cool prizes, and also a cool way of running it, because that means if you are always beaten to the post of winning, but consistently get, say, like second or third,
yeah,
you can still beat someone who only bothers like winning it, say, once or twice.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Like you mentioned earlier, consistency is key, and it's about collecting points throughout the 6 online cups. This is only number 2, and if you happen to currently live in the UK or Ireland and you are interested in playing yourself, guess what? It's free to enter, and it's an open tournament, so make sure you sign yourself up. You can go to ESETUKmasters.com and check out the details for the 4 remaining online cups after tonight. So thank you very much to ESET and Planetronix Gamecom for allowing us to put this together.
Now, that is all very cool and very swish, but you know what's even cooler, Jorasa? These
What's
2
that?
players in front of us.
That is true. These guys are pretty accomplished, and one of them won the qualifier on Sunday, so it's not like they don't know how to go in there and put a good evening of StarCraft in.
Now, DreaM is playing things a bit different this game, not going for that super aggressive gateway strategy. Instead, he's just chucking down his natural at a much more reasonable time after a gateway expand. Down over on Rico's side, though, he's gone for a gas up actually pretty damn early, and of course his natural just finishing now, but very normal stuff against a gateway expand opening, getting that speed down and then pulling drones from gas.
Yeah, the Nexus going down now, and we're going to be starting the wall off very shortly. Bear in mind that on Akalon, the ramp at the natural expansion does take approximately 3.5 million buildings to wall off effectively. So that's going to be a little bit frustrating for DreaM to deal with, but as long as he gets stuff down in a reasonably timely manner, it shouldn't matter too much. 2 more gateways going down and a pylon for good measure, so he should be okay for now. Another building, for example, could finish that off, and a unit blocking the way should be fine as well. In the meantime, let's take a look at what JonnyREcco is doing on his half of the world. We see no workers in gas. So after getting Zergling speed, he has not opted to try and go up to any other tech. He instead is going to be droning up as much as possible, saturating himself on 2 base before deciding what tech path to go down.
Now, mid-game is what I want to talk about. JonnyREcco infamously cancelled an infestation pit in the previous game after I said he was making it, and that would have been a bit more normal in terms of his style, because JonnyREcco likes them swarm hosts. Swarm host muter, and actually he uses it very effectively, incredibly well, and one thing that I do want to see him do, or ideally do, is get into that composition, because on Akalon Waste, Swarm Host is ridiculously effective.
Yes, Swarm Host, the reason it can be quite effective on Akalon Waste is if we take a quick look here at the center of the map, this big chasm right here means that it's a lot more difficult for units just to walk over if there happens to be a nice opportunity to walk on top of those swarm hosts. Just having those unpassable areas where you know your opponent can only really come at you from one direction means that as soon as those locusts are out and about, the swarm hosts can reposition themselves without too much fear of being caught off guard. And DreaM, realistically, he will know that JonnyREcco likes his swarm host play. He'll know he's pretty good at it as well, and it wouldn't surprise me if he just wants to end the game significantly earlier.
Yeah, to be honest, as it stands now, with those roaches coming out, DreaM has to be very careful because Rico's going for this round. Those Zerglings coming up the back. If he gets a good position around this very small gateway force, he can quickly annihilate it. The roach is coming forward now, and Rico's going to go for it. The force fields need to happen soon, but no, DreaM doesn't get it. The mass recall, is there enough energy? Yes, there is, but the force fields are actually forcing Rico to pull back a little bit.
He is indeed. He wants to be careful so that the roaches are able to do damage while the lings keep away from the zealots there, but it looks like Rico's going to be forced to engage straight out. There are quite a lot of zealots here for DreaM. Is he going to be able to do it? Number of gateways on the field is 5 at the moment, off of 2 bases. There's a lot of pressure coming down against JonnyREcco right now. DreaM up to 77 supply versus the 66 of JonnyREcco, and he is pushing into the natural. This many zealots, it looks like JonnyREcco is just unable to hold off, and now we've got stalkers coming into the fray to alleviate the problem the roaches caused.
Yeah, this is a big issue right now for JonnyREcco. He's being forced to pull the drones. Force field's even going down to zone those out, and DreaM is just pushing in. JonnyREcco is in a huge amount of trouble at the moment, and just look at all of this fall. Rico desperately trying to get out more roaches, more Zerglings. The zealots at the front are starting to go down to the roaches, but just look at the reinforcements coming in for DreaM now, warping in more, pushing forward, and the natural base is getting dangerous with those to forward.
Yeah, DreaM is now up to 79 supply versus 44 from JonnyREcco, and it looks like he might be able here to make this series tied up at 1-all and retain his chances of surviving to take a second consecutive qualifier victory. GG! And DreaM does successfully tie it up 1-all. We're going to